Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Sister Sharita coming before you today with the scripture of day's reading. And it's going to come from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. And we had this in Bible study last night. We talked about love and all of that. We talked about so much. I'm just gonna go over it. I'm gonna, speak about what hearing the word did for me. Alright, verse 1. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. That's 1 through 3. And last night we was talking about how, it was the saints, and we all just possess the children of God. We all just possess love. How we could get so much done in the house of God. So much work for the Lord done. And she was talking about the example. Pastor Barbara Bridget Moore, she mentioned the example about the people when they was building the Tower of Babel in the Old Testament. How God saw that they were going to get a work done, and how they was almost they were building a tower to heaven. And he said he had to come down because he had to come down and confuse the languages because they was about to do it. They was on one accord and they was about to build the tower up to heaven. He couldn't have that because we're made out of God's own image, and we're smart. We're not smart ass, but we are some brilliant creations. And when she was talking about the word, how it pricks your heart, because I'm gonna tell you, I had a little attitude when please. When I went to Bible study last night, I had a little attitude. I did not care, but then hearing the word, it spoke to my heart and pricked my heart. And, I realized, it's not about me. It's about getting the work of the Lord done. It's about getting God's work done. And, and I want to impress on God a good, I want to leave, or whatever, I want to impress upon him a good report because what he did for me. I love God, but I love God because He first loved me. And it just goes to show and say that I know that I'm living, but I'm living because of what He did for me. And and that proves to me that He loves me because I was so unworthy. I was so unworthy. But the verses is verses 1 through 3. Um, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. And all that's talking about unity, have the saints having love one for another, and as I was saying, she was talking about the example, the Tower of Babel, how we can get so much work done for the Lord, and we just learn to forgive and forbear, and don't worry about what she's doing. It kind of goes back to what I've been preaching, but you're gonna read what it's so. But us as being Christian, seasoned Christians, we should, forbear with them. We can understand where they're coming from. She didn't mean that. Or it's just, I don't know if I can saying right while I'm getting it right out to you. But yeah, I just learned that we need more love, and that was what you call it, a right now word or on time word. I know, especially for me, cause child, I had went crazy. You couldn't tell me nothing. I ain't want to hear nothing. But see, the word, me hearing the word last night, it pricked my heart and everything. And then I be like, oh, dog. You think you be all bad, you be ready for whatever, but then you hear God speaking or talking to you, and you know it's Him speaking or talking to you because it's pricking your heart, and then I can't even be mad. I wanted to be mad, but yeah, and Sister Sharita, Ephesians chapter 4 verse 1 through 3. Check it out, please.